Hello, how we doing? How we doing tonight? Rauru and Sonia. I feel bad for the people who like actively haven't like played the game. I'm like, ugh. Let's put Tears of the Kingdom because we don't want that Rauru. See, this guy keeps coming up and this is not the version of Zelda we're working with right now. We're not in Ocarina of Time, okay? Like, good lord. I'm trying to get some reference of him. I'm glad to see my husband. I'm happy to see my husband. That's how I feel about Rauru. I can do a thing where they're like, so now we're working on thumbnails, which I am very big on not doing. So don't follow in my lead. I tend to forget to do this step because like, I just like don't plan ahead of time and I should. Don't be like me, plan ahead. God, I love her so much. I love how this was supposed to be like a simple frame of something and now we're here. I'm like, I'm making a thumbnail. No, you're making a draft now. Welcome to your life now. I'm like, okay, well, like I may as well just take the whole fucking thing and make it big and just call it a day. Call it for what it is. This guy has some pretty freaking eyebrows, bro. What's your opinion on like screen flip test for? Oh, it's great. I love it. I do it all the time. I haven't done it yet. Like her face is a little bit too crazy down here, which I noticed like this. But for the most part, I like to do it. It's good for anatomy purposes because once you look at something for too long, you might miss a few things there. But for the most part, I think it's important to flip it, especially if you're still like working on anatomy. I need to start drawing more male characters because I swear to God, if I'm left to my own devices, when I start drawing like thirsty ass men, it's done. Y'all are fucked. Like it's over. Like y'all won't even know what to do. Playing all this Zelda makes me like truly want to play it over again. Like how I did with Kingdom Hearts before 3 came out. I was like, I'm gonna play all the Kingdom Hearts like a crazy person. Is this 8.5 by 11? It sure is. So just gonna make it bigger. All right, so we're gonna bring the opacity down on that bad boy. I think I'm gonna line this whole thing because I want to make merch out of it. So I learned that if you do like line art for things, it's better to make proper line art if you're gonna make merch out of it. So that's what I've been doing lately. Time to draw some Sonia instead. Her lines on the outside are gonna have to be a little bit thicker. Let's grab this. Copy and pasta. Copy and pasta. Now that I got my shoulder into it, which is what you're supposed to do, else you're gonna be like murdering your freaking wrists. If you're drawing, learn to use your shoulder, not your wrist. Her ears are kind of pointy, but I feel like there's a little bit of more weight than just like dainty elf ears. Am I the best at perspective? No. Do I understand a lot of practices for it? Yes. Can I implement all of them into my work? Not necessarily. That's what we're working on. Unless you can put it into practice. That's where I unfortunately fall weak too. It's putting it into the practice part. That's like, oh, hey, about that. It's like, practice what you preach there, lady. And I'm like, you're right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and copy that. Because that's the kind of mood I'm in right now. And it's not cheating. It's just I'm utilizing my resources because technology allows me to do this. What is up with me and women with like ridiculously large amounts of hair? I don't understand. I'm just realizing Rauru's like probably my first actual furry drawing. Ha! It begins, yo, I know. This is how it begins. This is how I'm gonna start bringing in the cash. The furry art is insane, honestly. Like, I kind of admire it. That's actually not too bad line-wise. Can't really complain on that regard. We're just gonna do it this way because it's easier to do. It looks like an actual earring, so we're good there. As long as the shapes make sense to the person looking at it, that's all that matters, y'all. I can't wait to put color on this sucker. I'm gonna hate myself for it, but like, I'm gonna be so happy for it too. We're trying to make a really big freaking hair stroke here without actually paying attention to how to move, so. I cannot get the shapes right, so we're just gonna work with what we have. As long as it's convincing enough, again, as long as the shape can fool the eye into believing it is what you say it is, and that's all I can do right now. I'm gonna play this smart. I'm gonna just duplicate these patterns and call it a day. Work smart, not hard. Doesn't matter. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. If somebody tells you that you're cheating or something, go tell them to go eat some dirt. Like, obviously understanding what you're doing is important. All the people that I look up to, although yes, I've done commissions and I've done all that business and technically I am considered a professional. I'm not in the field that I want to be professionally. This is not rare. This is not bad. You want to make sure that you are as efficient as possible with the least amount of effort that you can like exert, like at times. Like, it's just how it is. Am I gonna try and give him his necklace? Oh no, why? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to draw his necklace, good lord. That just looks like a nightmare. This is gonna be an absolute nightmare if I try and do that. Ignore this. I'm just trying to get it in there. That sounds wrong. Never mind. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the general shapes of the actual mask, but that's freaking hard. I don't even know what I'm doing. Wait, does he have a second row of those? He sure fucking does. Motherfucker has 3 rows. Okay, okay, I'm glad I didn't like fucking do that. Right by his clavicle. What a hoe. Move that down a little bit. That's pretty much done, y'all. Like, holy shit. That took a lot more effort than I honestly intended it to be. But I think we're gonna call it a night there.
2 weeks later.
We made it into a print. We made it into a keychain that we're still waiting on. I'm really happy with it. I made charms, I made stickers, and I made prints. This is what the final version ended up looking like. I'm very happy with it. Not even upset about that. Thank you guys for popping in. I hope you have a great rest of your week.